Today we're going to be picking spruce shoots, which is a type of fir tree. And so we're here in Norway, and at the end of May and beginning of June, the ends of the branches have these very delicate little shoots. You see? And it has a different texture than the pine needles that come later in the year. It's kind of soft and rubbery. And so if you go out in the forest, like at the end of May, beginning of June, ideal time, you'll find that these have grown, especially on trees where the side has been getting a bit of sun. It's grown to a length where it's decent to harvest. So if you have like a little bit like this, you can pick it off. Yeah. So if you pick a bunch of these, what you can make is, it's a very traditional recipe for a cough syrup. And we've been using this for a few years, and it's really nice versus what you get in a pharmacy, for example. It has vitamin A, vitamin C, potassium, and it has antibacterial and antimicrobial properties, as well as some antioxidants and magnesium and phosphorus. So we're going to show you today how to make this syrup, starting off here in the forest by collecting a whole bunch of these shoots. All right, so we got a whole basket of these, and the next step, now that we're home, is going to be to rinse them in cold water. For the first stage of the boiling process then, you want to measure how much you have with a container, yeah? And you're going to put in shoots, and then you're going to put in the same amount of water. So I have this bowl, and I'm going to put these shoots in, and I'm going to fill water to the same level and put it in. And then we're going to simmer them for half an hour on a medium heat. So shoots in, and the water. So after you've boiled it for a half an hour or so, you'll notice that the color of the shoots has very much changed to this sort of more of like an army green, tan army green sort of a color. And it should be pushing out a lot of a citrusy scent off of the top. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to pour this through a sieve, and we're going to collect all of the liquid. And you want the liquid to be completely free of any sort of particles left over from the shoots. So just completely clean liquids. If you have to run it a couple times through a sieve, then that's what you need to do. So you can see it has like this nice green yellow kind of color, and it has a very strong kind of piney citrusy smell coming off of it. Okay, now we're going to put that liquid back into the pot, and you're going to need something you can measure as it goes back in, because you're going to have to add sugar after this, and the ratio is 3 cups of liquid to 2 cups of sugar. Okay, so since I had 4 cups of the liquid then, I'm gonna add 2 2/3 cups of sugar. Okay, we're gonna go back to simmering then. So putting it back onto the oven on medium heat. I'm gonna stir in the sugar, and then you're just gonna let it simmer all the way until it starts to thicken. And when it starts to thicken, when you get around that point, it's actually going to change color again. It's going to get like kind of a reddish color, but you'll see that shortly. Right now, we're just stirring in the sugar. So this has been cooking for about 4 hours now, and it's reduced by about half and gotten a lot thicker and gotten this like almost Coca-Cola amber sort of a color. I'm gonna pour a little bit into a white cup so you can see. So it's a bit thicker, but you have to keep in mind that it's going to thicken even more as it cools down. And you don't want it to be too thick because you want it to sort of have a syrupy consistency. So while you still leave it on a low setting, once you feel that you have it about done, put a little bit into a cup and put it into the fridge in order to cool down. I've done this, I'm going to show you. It's a very syrupy sort of consistency now. All right, so that means it's ready, and what we're gonna do is we're going to transfer it into some jars while it's warm and then allow it to cool inside the jars. I'm gonna transfer it to a jar then, and this is like a hermetically sealing jar. So before you use it, you don't have to keep it in the fridge. Once you open it, you should. And what we've found generally is that it'll stay good for up to a year or so. Just going to fill up the jar. In any case, that was our recipe on how to make a pleasant tasting and quite effective cough syrup from fir shoots. We hope this video was interesting to you. And if it was, we ask you to subscribe. Thank you very much.